Good morning. This is April the 15th, Monday, 2024, and we are in BBA second semester, section 8, compulsory English class. And this is the third class of the semester. Light. And we have presentations today. I had assigned presentations to 7 people and we'll listen to them. So let's begin with the first presenter. We have presentations on Phil Knight's text, Doghouse. Doghouse or what is it?
The Shoe Dog.
The Shoe Dog. I made a mistake. The Shoe Dog, sorry. The Shoe Dog. And the first section is titled as Dawn. We'll listen to the presenters now. Please. Loud. Come. I have marked, don't worry.
Thank you, sir. So greetings everyone. Today I'll be presenting on the topic genre and the novel called The Shoe Dog. Now you might have heard genre in music or movies, but what is genre? Genre is a process of categorizing work or art on the basis of its style
Okay,
or
right.
form.
Right there, please. When you come to present, balance between writing and speaking, because when you write, people get time to read it and people get time to note it. But when you speak too fast, people might not get time to catch it. John.
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 Work.
Okay, so John. John.
Myself.
That's what I don't know. Why chutti? Why chutti? No, there is no. On Wednesday it's
You can find genres in movies and literature such as mystery, romance, and memoir.
Mystery movie, romance movie, memoir.
Each genre has its own feature that makes it unique. Genre helps us to know what to expect and can make it easier to find stories, music, or movies that we like.
Genre helps us to know what to expect. If you know that what you are reading is a poem, you expect metrical pattern, you expect musical quality, you expect imagery, for example.
Okay, now moving on to the novel. The Shoe Dog, which is a memoir of Nike's co-founder and former CEO named Phil Knight.
Okay, the Shoe Dog is a memoir.
This memoir talks about his journey from wanting to be an athlete, from opening a small startup called Blue Ribbon into a
wanting to become an athlete to opening a small startup called Blue Ribbon. Have you read this story? Have you read? Have you read? Have you read? Have you read? के खनाय करना पड़ी किने छोरी सत्ते यस्तो गाली भने रिसाउँछ है रिसाउँछ नि गाली गर्छ हुन्छ नि म आरती गर्छु ओम जय जगदीश्वर Have you read? Have you read? Have you read? Yeah, read. Can you tell where he talks about this blue ribbon? Sit down and tell. Sit down and tell.
At the morning.
Huh?
At the morning.
Okay. Okay, good for try. Good try. Can you tell where does he talk about the blue ribbon in this story? Huh?
In the meeting.
Okay. Before that, for the first time? He talks about his high school trophies. He says that in high school I got trophies. I also got blue ribbon. That's why he uses that name. In the meeting, they suddenly ask, "What's your company name?" And he gives that name. Okay, go on.
Okay. He opens a startup called Blue Ribbon Sports into a world's
Sorry,
mo-
he is scolded. I
into
couldn't hold my anger. Okay? I know I shouldn't get angry, but I couldn't hold my anger because you failed my expectation. Go on.
He opened a startup called Blue Ribbon Sport, which turned into a globally known sportsman called Nike.
He opens a startup named
Blue Ribbon Sports.
Blue Ribbon Sports,
Which
and
term?
that develops into Nike,
Nike.
company.
He shares the story of how he started a small
But you were given to talk about genre, right?
genre and a story about the
So-
novel
so-
and the characteristics.
Okay, genre and
The novel and the characteristics.
okay, okay.
He started a small shoe company called Blue Ribbon Sports in 1964, importing high quality running shoes from Japan.
Can you tell something about memoir as a genre?
Memory basically
You can you give more help to them on what is a memoir and what are the characteristics of a memoir.
memoir basically talks about an autobiography of any
Okay, right. So memoir is basically an autobiography. That means the writer will tell about मलाई एकदमै रिस उठिरहेको छ कि तिमीलाई देखेर नपढ्नेहरूलाई देखेर मलाई एकदमै गाह्रो भइरहेको छ एङ्गललाई सबसाइड गर्नलाई साँच्चै भन्नु मलाई एकदमै त्यो नपढिकन आयो नि त क्लासमा नपढिकन आयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ मलाई भित्रैबाट चाहिँ एङ्गल भएर आउँछ कि किन नपढिकन आयो भने Okay, memoir is an autobiography of a person. Good. You can add some more points. Focus on memoir. Memoir as genre. Focus on that.
Memoir characteristics include how the person faces the challenges that occurs in his life.
Okay, right. A memoir might talk about how a person faces challenges in his or her life. I should get some training about not being angry even when students fail me in class. I don't know where I can get the training. Not to be angry and stay calm, quiet when students fail you. Right? Okay. Give examples of these two from the story.
It's okay, sir.
What autobiographical information do you see in this story?
So firstly,
Was Phil Knight the co-founder?
yes, sir.
Okay. So what does Phil Knight tell about his life in this story?
So he talks about how he opened a small startup first of all, and then he talks about the challenges he faced, financial challenges, legal challenges, and personal challenges. He also made.
For example, he talks a lot about his father. That's autobiography. He talks a lot about his relation with his father. He talks a lot about his grandmother. He talks a lot about his mother. He talks about his sister. He talks about his grandmother's home, where he used to go and stay at the porch during rain. He talks a lot about his trip around the world with his classmate. He talks about his schooling, college life, right? So that's autobiography. Challenges, for example, he talks about how he collected money for his time. He collected $1,500 to go around the world. That was not enough. Then his father gave him some money. Then he comes to Honolulu and he spends some time in Honolulu with bar and girls and enjoying. Then he leaves his friend because his friend is willing to stay in Honolulu because his friend has fallen in love with a Hawaiian girl. Then he leaves his friend and alone comes to Japan. And then he visits Americans in Japan. Americans help him to find the shoe company. He goes to the shoe company and attends a meeting. Unexpectedly they say, what's your company name? How many shoes do you want to import? He has no idea. And he all of a sudden he says, okay, $50 first order. And he names, my company name is Blue Ribbon Shoe Company. That's how things start. Okay.
Okay.
Now close it up. Finish it. I'll
Okay,
call
sir.
the next person.
Okay, sir.
I get extremely uneasy and angry when I feel that we are not ready. It is unbearable to me. Look my text. There is my copy of the text and you can see how meticulously I read it. So if your teacher reads like this, why you can't read like this? Why? How busy you are? You are the Prime Minister of this country, you have so many classes to perform in country. It's not good that you force a teacher to scold you.
A memoir might include a character development about the of an protagonist and the characters.
Okay, let's stop here. So let me wrap up. Genre, as he said, is, how do you define genre once again?
It's basically a process of categorizing work or art.
Okay, a way of categorizing a work of art. And the genre of this text is memoir.
Memoir.
And as he said, a memoir is more autobiographical. It delves with the writer's past. A memoir brings real life events from the writer's life in the writing. Thank you so much. Let's stop. I'll invite the next person who will talk about setting.
Thank you.
Samyukta, please come for setting. So now Samyukta will present her understanding on setting. Have you read the story? Where is the story? Where is the story? Have you brought the story? Why? I want to confirm you have read the story. Because I had told you that you will come to class with a printed copy of the story with lots of highlighting. Okay, come. Erase the book and then present. Come this side. I need your permission here. Come this side. Just a minute because I forgot. So what's your name? Sumis, we both got recorded and this video will go to Facebook. Is it okay? Samyukta, we are being recorded and this video will go to Facebook and YouTube. Is it okay? Okay. Okay. Feel comfortable? Present. If you don't know, ask me, I'll help. Listen to it carefully. Make notes. Otherwise, you will say, projectors understand, and we are here to understand. Now, what you think they should just see it? Or you think this is something? Recorded? No, that's not solution. Solution is you come to my class reading, then I'll be happy. I'll smile, I won't get angry. I can't tolerate when you come to class and I'm reading. I feel like, sorry about this. What to do? Right? Yes, Samyukta.
A setting consists of time, place, atmosphere around the story.
Okay, time, place, and atmosphere around the story. Okay, go and explain.
The time it is set on is 1960s in America.
Okay,
The
okay.
place is Oregon,
Uh,
and the atmosphere is the state of the world after the World War. It starts in
Atmosphere is the kind of overall feeling that you get as you finish reading the text. For example, when I read the two sections, Dawn and 1962, though it talks about war, I agree, but there is no real war going on. Actually, a lot of things happen in narrator's mind. Do you see? The narrator is remembering things, right? He's remembering. And when he's writing this memoir, how old is he? Can you guess?
24.
No, that's the challenge. Okay, go on. He's not 24. Samyukta, she's angry now. Samyukta, are you angry? Go on. I thought you were angry. Go on. He is not 24. Can someone know how old is he? He remembers when he was 24. Right? But he is not 24. Go on explain.
It is mainly. It starts in Oregon and he visits many places like Hawaii, Japan, Hong Kong, Philippines,
Wait,
Bangkok.
speak loud, speak slow, and look at them and teach them.
It starts in Oregon and he has a dream of
Where in Oregon? Oregon is the city, but he was born at a particular place in
Little
Oregon.
Portland. Little Portland.
Write that. Yeah, he was born in Portland. So he is basically from Portland in Oregon. Yes, go on.
And he has a dream, a bucket list of visiting different places. So he goes from Oregon to Hawaii to Japan, Hong Kong, and he fulfills that dream. And in Japan, he signs a contract.
Okay, don't focus on that part. Focus on, for example, time. Now, you said 1960s, right? Can you be more specific about when the novel starts?
1962.
Okay, right there. The novel opens in 1962. Which month?
September.
Okay, right. Is any date or day given?
I don't know.
You remember? I guess there's a date somewhere he mentions. Somewhere he mentions. Okay. So the story opens in 1962 September. Now, where does the story open? Where? Where does the story open? When the story starts, where are we?
His home in Oregon.
Okay, at Portland. He's at Portland. Now, atmosphere, when the story starts exactly in the first paragraph, what time is it? Morning, right, early morning. Samyukta, have you read this story?
Yes,
Honest,
I
give
have.
honest
Yes, I
answers.
have.
Where did you read it? Where?
Laptop.
Huh?
The slide that you sent.
Slide. Honestly, you read it?
Yes, I have.
I'm asking this question because I feel like you are missing my question. So I feel like you haven't gone through the story. It's all right. So it's early morning, right? And when we talk about atmosphere, it's calm, it's cool, it's serene atmosphere. There are no vehicles, nobody, no person. And as he is running down the lane, down the road, he starts reflecting. He starts reflecting. and then he tells the whole story. He is telling this story to himself, and we are overhearing, right? And he remembers all these things. Okay, so I wanted to have some questions. At one place, he says that at the end of the story, he says that I'm recalling these things that happened half a century before. So half a century means 50 years. 50 years before he was 24. 50 years before he was 24. Or in 1962 he was 24. In 1962 he was 24. So when was he born? Right? Why are you so tired? Right?
1940s.
38? He was 24 in 62. So when was he born? 38. And Second World War started in
39.
1938 and ended in 1945.
5.
And he talks about 1944 Japan. He talks about 1944 Japan, right? Okay. Thank you. Very unwilling to present. Samantha, I feel like you are not willing to be over there. Is that so? No. Okay, who is coming next? Who was given to present on characters? Absent? Who was given? Okay, who was given to present on next? Okay, come. Look, the presenter is not only absent. Is it he or she? He has not informed us. Like all. He was absent and she thought not necessarily informed. You people are unique people. You do wrong things and you get angry, right? Go on, okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rupa Gardimagar. My topic was to note the impressive dialogue and why I find it
Okay,
impressive.
dialogues. First erase it. Erase it. Here is the doctor and there is a marker. Why did you place the cap of this marker? So she will share some dialogue which might be impressive. Imagine you are a teacher. Imagine you are a teacher. Imagine I am a student. Imagine I don't need to do this. How would you feel?
So, do I have to write the dialogue too?
Okay, you can read the dialogue and tell where this dialogue occurs. Okay, read the first dialogue. Listen to the first dialogue.
Don't even think about stopping until you get there, and don't give up much thought to where there is.
Okay. First is don't even think about stopping until you get to your goal. And do not give much thought where there is. Keeps moving until you get a goal. Look how inspiring.
Everyone thinks
अब यो
that.
सुन्दैन
Everyone
क्लास
thinks
पनि
that.
आउँदैन क्लास पनि आउँदैन नाम भन्दैन दुनियाँ थाहा पाउँछ फेरि नाम भन्दैन भाइरल होला सुन्दै पनि सुन्दैन उसले बिचरा लेखन दिइरहेको छ अनि उसँग गफ गर्नु सुन्दैन कति गाली गर्नु हो तिमीहरूलाई लुक हियर द डायलॉग कति मेहनत खोजिरहेको छ उसले डोन्ट इभन थिङ्क अबाउट स्टपिङ until you get there and don't give much thought to where there is. In the very beginning he says, set a goal and pursue it. And don't stop until you get it. Other?
Then second is Carter said, "What a swell idea, Buck." This was because he told his friend Carter that he wanted to visit the different places, and he find it impressive, and he laughed at it, saying, "What a
Okay.
swell idea, Buck."
Swell means excellent. Next.
And third was, "We should stay here." I said, why be in a hurry? They went to Hawaii. They were spending time, and his plan was to visit different places, but he wanted to stay in the Hawaii for a long time, so that he changed his plan to
They stay, change plan, get a job of selling encyclopedia,
door to door.
and they fail to sell. Nobody buys books from them. Then his friend Carter falls in love with a Hawaiian girl, and he's so much in love that he says, "I will stay with this girl. Let you go to Japan." Right? Yes.
And boys tell the flocks, "You ain't selling encyclopedia, you are selling a vast compendium of human knowledge."
He is being trained. The trainer said, when you go to sell encyclopedia, don't say encyclopedia. You say that I'm selling you vast compendium of human knowledge. Right?
That answers.
Lives, it will answer life's question. Okay, what else?
Yes, auntie. I said, you can run fast, Buck. I can. It was when he can't sell the encyclopedia, he remembered the past reject he get from the academics, like
He can't tolerate being rejected, and when people reject him, he feels so bad.
Yes, and his mother used to tell him that you can do something else if it's not working. So he remembered.
She says you can do track,
Yes.
you can do running.
I think maybe the time has come to leave the Shangri-La, I said.
What is the Shangri-La? The beach island at Honolulu. He calls it Shangri-La because there is bar where you can drink, there are girls, you can enjoy. Go on.
Bosses
He calls it Shangri-La.
Bosses said you had a real future as a salesman. Great real future as a salesman. Talk to a field as at importers. They said before you do anything rash. While he was going to pitch his idea to the Japanese owners, then his fathers, people over there suggested
last
to
one?
talk about the key. They said the ex-GIS importers suggest him, or the key, that the culture difference in the Japan and America he have to understand before pitching his idea to the owners.
Wonderful attempt, I'll appreciate, but I feel like you have missed a lot of dialogues which are really impressive. And I wonder why this happened. You went through this, you read the story?
I went through it.
You went through it. Was it difficult to understand?
Yes, I find it difficult.
Okay, thank you, well done. You are good. Okay, who is the next presenter? Okay, come. You were given to talk about plot, I guess. Right? Come. Rupa, did you permit me to publish this? Come this side. I need a permission. So I recorded your face and I need a permission to publish this on Facebook and YouTube. Is it okay? Yeah, I need permission. So before we start, we are being recorded and you know this gets published on Facebook and YouTube. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
Okay, good morning everyone. I am Smriti Gautam and I will be talking about the plot section. And first let's know about what is plot, right?
What is plot?
So plot is all about action. It is an logical sequence
Okay, write here
of
action. Write here action. When you become a teacher, you have to balance between how much you speak and how much you write. Because students can't always listen to you, you have to write. When you write, take the time to copy that.
It is an sequence of event in a story.
Okay, right. plot is sequence of events in a story.
So to know the plot, we have to summarize the whole story, and we have to explain each paragraph with one or two verbs.
Did you do that? You did that? I wonder how did you prepare the plot without summarizing paragraph? Because when I was reading, can I get my copy? When I was reading to prepare the plot, I summarized every paragraph at the margin, every single paragraph throughout the pages, right? You can't get a plot without summarizing. I know you don't like such hard work. I know. You're looking for comfortable things, right? And success, there is no shortcut to success. There is no shortcut to hard work. Okay, yesterday I also talked about plot. Right now, I want you to tell the plot of this story.
Okay, I will do.
Because we defined what is plot last time, right? So you can erase it and try your best to explain the plot of the story. Looking for the time. We have time, don't we? We have time. Coming to college is full of things, right? Erase that heading also and just summarize the plot.
Okay, so from the first paragraph, here यहाँनिर चाहिँ narrator छ हैन एउटा, and he is explaining and he is telling what he is doing. So at the beginning he wakes up and go to morning walk and come to the road, and he finds out that no one is in the road, and he explains the climate, the environment of that city. So from the third paragraph, we can know that outside there is really a quiet, peaceful environment, but inside there is an conflicting thoughts and conflicting thoughts and turbulence. So he starts thinking manmane, and
Manmane. What does he do, Manmane?
he starts thinking.
Okay. He starts thinking and reflecting. And he remembers his past.
Yes. And he also talked about one of the metaphor, that is trail.
That is?
Trail,
Okay.
है ना? So here the meaning of trail is path or journey of success.
Trail, yes. He is walking down the trail. And he talks about that trail. He says there is a DNA, there is a shape, there is everything. And then this trail might stands for life's trail.
So this trail represents path or journey, and he also talks about his teacher So I think that that teacher is very favorite.
Very good. Not as bad as Divakar sir, right?
No, you are also
That
favorite.
teacher is better than this teacher, isn't it?
No.
No? Go on. Go on.
So teacher also talk about trail. So the word trail came from the teacher, and teacher believes it is our work to keep the spirit strength alive.
Move faster, because when you tell plot, you tell a lot of things within a short time. You have to outline, so move faster.
So in the 7th paragraph, he talks about he loved that teacher. So he's explaining only positive side of that teacher, so we can analyze that he loved that teacher. And in the 8th paragraph, he goes to his talk about his past, and he talks about how he used to live with his parents and twin sister, sleep in his childhood bed.
He has come home after 7 years, and he said that it feels strange because he had to sleep in his childhood bed. Go on.
And then
Move faster. Try to summarize the story. Summarize the whole story as better as you can.
sir, I haven't read properly.
You haven't read?
properly.
You haven't read properly. Share your difficulty, why you could not read properly. Share your difficulty. No problem. No problem. Just share difficulty. Honestly tell why you could not read. It's all right. Not reading is not a big crime. But just I want to know what the problem you faced.
I have read half.
Half. Okay, here is a summary. I may read it out loudly. I wrote this summary of section 1, Dawn. Read it loudly. Slowly, loudly.
The narrator is probably in his mid 70.
70. He remembers when he was 24, and he says that I am remembering this half a century later. So 50 plus 24, 74. So I guess the speaker is in his mid 70s.
Mid 70, when he reflects on his mid 20, he
At mid 70, he reflects at his mid 20s.
he recalls all the
One for you, I'll read out. Okay. The narrator is probably in his mid 70s when he reflects on his mid 20s. He recalls one foggy morning of 1962 when he had returned to his home at Portland at Oregon and set out early morning for running down the old trail. Right? He had earned a master's degree, but he still felt like a kid because he had not experienced anything of life. He says, I still don't have a girlfriend. So how am I grown? He says, I haven't smoked. I haven't broken a law. You don't become mature unless you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, and you smoke and drink, right? Then he says, he wanted to be successful, but did not know what being successful meant. He was taught to aspire for money. Some people taught, work for money, work for wife, work for kids, work for house. But deep down he was searching for a meaningful life. He said, no, I was not looking for money. I was not looking for wife. I was not looking for children. What I was looking for? I was looking for meaningful time in life. अब यस्तो के हुन्छ मैले भनिरहेको त तपाईँ सुन्नुहुन्न तपाईँ जाने बाहिर बाटोमा हिँड्ने भाइ बहिनीहरू मान्छे दाइ दिदीहरू मान्छे अब बाटोमा हिँड्ने दाइ दिदीहरू पछि यता कुरो बुझ्दैन नि यसरी मैले भन्नु नै हुँदैन कि यसरी तपाईँ सुन्नुहुन्न यसको कुनै अर्थै छैन यसरी भन्नुको अर्थ छैन इट हेज नो मिनिङ यु सुड प्रिपेयर सच नोट्स एन्ड देन ओके He is looking for purposeful time, meaningful time, creative, important, different time. He wanted to leave a mark on the world. He says, I want to leave a mark on the world. I want to win the world. I don't want to lose anything in life. He wanted to win. He did not want to lose. He wanted his daily life to be like a game or play. He says, my philosophy is, take your life as a game and play with it and enjoy. He dreamt to be a great athlete. He wanted to turn his work into a play. He wanted to find some improbable dream and chase the dream. He wanted to play with life as if it was a game. He, at 24, he had this crazy idea. What crazy idea? At 24, he wrote a term paper in the college. He wrote a research paper as assignment. And in research paper, he wrote about opening a shoe factory or brand. And his teacher liked the idea. And he gave him grade A. And he kept thinking about this term paper idea. And this became his crazy idea. What crazy idea? I will go around the world, and then I'll go to Japan, I'll go to the shoe factory, and I will pitch them with my idea. And I'll start a new business, this idea. He calls it is the Eureka moment. What is Eureka moment? When all of a sudden your problems get solved. You know Eureka story? You know Eureka story? Do you know Eureka story? No? I'll tell. Okay. He decided that the world is made up of crazy ideas. History is about crazy ideas. Running is his crazy idea. His crazy idea is run. On a certain morning in 1960s, he told himself, let everyone else call your idea crazy. Just keep going. Don't stop until you get there. Whatever comes, just don't stop. This was the dialogue group I had brought. Whatever comes, just don't. Look, this is how I summarize the first section. Okay. So, you could not read the whole thing. But I can see that lots of notes are made. How did you make this note?
I saw your YouTube video.
Oh, you saw my YouTube video where I explained something. Okay, thank you. Thank you, well done. Thank you. So we stop here. Who you could not present, right? Who was given else? Who else? Okay. What topic was given to you? One topic. What topic to you? What topic to you? So tomorrow we'll pick you up and present. Okay. I'm glad you did present, but I feel like you haven't made enough effort. I feel like you haven't made enough effort.